Hello, everybody, and welcome to Florentina and Friends Storytime by SpeakUp Events. I am Julie Schindler, your host, and today we are going to be reading Never Let a Princess Paint with Her Unicorn. That looks like it's going to be a mess, huh? And you'll see all of the splash painting art behind me was all done by small children for Florentina's Footsteps. And Florentina is a 4-year-old little girl who's living in the UK. And in May of 2021, 4 days before her 4th birthday, Florentina was diagnosed with neuroblastoma cancer, stage 4. And over the course of the last 9 months, Florentina has undergone chemotherapy. She's had her tumor removed, a grapefruit-sized tumor from her kidney. She's also undergone stem cell harvest and replantation. And in December, she underwent radiotherapy. And right now, our brave little warrior is in round 2 of immunotherapy at Great Ormond Street Hospital in London. We are halfway through our immunotherapy, and Florentina is just blazing through it. And what's so brave of our little warrior is that she's doing this immunotherapy so far without her feeding tube. So she is taking all of her medications orally. And if you watch her video on her Instagram story, you will see Florentina, how she takes a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. And last week we celebrated World Book Day, and Florentina dressed up as Mary Poppins. So the song is fitting to the trials and milestones that Florentina is overcoming to take all of her medications orally. And we are so proud of her, and we're excited to celebrate all of the wins that she has achieved through her immunotherapy. Florentina's immunotherapy treatments at Gosh will continue through August of 2022. So we are here to flow love in 2022 to Florentina's Footsteps. And with your help, you have helped us raise over 180,000 British pounds for Florentina's fight and flight to New York. We are raising these funds for Florentina to receive the bivalent vaccine, which is a trial vaccine which eradicates the neuroblastomas tumors in children. This is a new vaccine to the world, and it's only available here in America. So Florentina's Footsteps have partnered with Hearts Around the World to help raise these funds for our little girl. And your help is needed. You will see the link to Florentina's Just Giving Fund at the bottom of the screen, and you can also find it in our comments section. If you would like to join these amazing hearts that are raising the funds for the bivalent vaccine for our brave little warrior. We are excited to get on to our story today before I lose my voice. So before we, let's just do a little in-house. Perfect. So if you're watching our story time, let us know in the comments where you are joining us from. We are on our 30-second story, an episode with Florentina's Footsteps, creating these story times and bedtime stories for Florentina. We've had over 12 unique authors join our reading rainbow and have brought their storybooks to life for Florentina. And we have had authors join us from all over the globe. And we are so thankful for your partnership and your commitment to helping us raise these funds for Florentina. Today's story is by Diane Alber. And Diane is the heart behind an amazing series that we started reading through SpeakUp events on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is an audio-only app. So you can do it from your pillow, if you're driving in the car, you can grab your kiddos and sit on the couch and catch a story time with us at SpeakUp events. We launched a series on Clubhouse at the beginning of March about a little spot of emotions. How do we regulate our emotions and color them? And Diane's series has helped us to explore our emotions through color. And you'll see some of the little color spots behind me. And there's already 3 or 4 stories on there. So if you would like to grab your kiddos and listen and really engage into these stories about emotions, you can find us on Clubhouse. So today's story is kind of taking all of those emotion spots and putting them into one. Never let a princess paint with her unicorn. I wonder why we shouldn't let a princess paint with her unicorn. Well, let's find out. Let's see if we can turn this and make it a little easier for us. Okay, we'll give us a little studio. There we go. I'm not sure if you noticed my dazzling crown, but I'm a princess and I do pretty much everything with my pet unicorn. So when I heard never let a princess paint with her unicorn, I was shocked. Why would anyone say such a thing? My unicorn and I play great together. Why wouldn't we want to paint? They're having a little tea party with spots. And if I just put a little paint on the brush to test this theory out, what do you think could go wrong? What do you think could go wrong? A white unicorn? Well, I'll tell you. She licked it. My unicorn licked the paint off the paintbrush. Maybe this is why people think princesses shouldn't paint with their unicorns, because unicorns will try and lick up the paint. I had an idea. Look at that little princess. She looks like she has an idea. If I started to paint, she would see how much fun it is and would want to paint too. So I lined up all of my paint cans and reminded her, we don't lick paint. But just as I started to paint, she turned around. Why didn't she want to paint with me? Well, it turns out she just had a different way of painting. Every time she dunked her tail in the paint, it splashed more and more. What a mess, I yelled. Look how fun. Look at all those colors. We see blue and purple and red and yellow. Soon my dress was drenched in paint, but we were having so much fun. I just had to see what would happen when paint touched her horn. And within seconds of paint touching her horn, it started raining sparkling splatters everywhere. Oh my goodness, look at the mess they made. What do you think is going to happen? Then I heard a noise down the hall. I was going to be in so much trouble. I peeked my head out the door so my mom couldn't see my dress, and I tried to explain. But before I could say anything, my eyes welled up with tears. There was no use in making excuses. I am so sorry for ruining my new dress. My mom smiled. Why are you apologizing? I was hoping you would wait until your birthday, but I can see you found your new unicorn princess dress. Do you see her tear in her eye? I looked around the room and there was no paint anywhere to be found, not on the ceiling or the walls. Then I looked down at my dress. It was the most stunning dress I had ever seen. Look at the colors and the rainbow and the unicorns. Should we count how many unicorns are on her dress? How many unicorns do you see, Florentina? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 5 unicorns on her dress. It's hard to tell exactly why people say a princess shouldn't paint with her unicorn. It could be because it was messy, or because they think unicorns can't paint. All I know is sometimes it takes a little mess to make a magnificent masterpiece. Look at those colors. And it does take a little bit of mess to make a masterpiece. And as you can see, when we started these splash paints for Florentina, they all started with white canvases. And the kids were able to put tape and put different words and art into them before they headed out to the splash paint studio to be splattered up into a messy masterpiece. Yes, you are correct. So we have a couple splash painting treats for us today. So we have been working on this splash paint, and this is a crossword puzzle that depicts Florentina's neuroblastoma cancer journey. And as you can see, some of the letters have been removed, and we have a couple words that are showing through. And every week at the end of our story times, we pull off a couple new letters. And last week, Kaylin helped us finish out Florentina. Do you see Miss Florentina's name on here? Miss Flo, do you see your name? Well, what should we uncover today? Should we do the bottom? Should we work on the bottom since we did the top? Let's see if we can, like, it's probably going to be how our computer shows. Okay, let's see what we can find down here. There we go. Let's see if we can finish off this word right here. So we have a C, and an A, we have an N, it looks like. It is. And let's finish this word off. What is that one? An E. and that spells cancer. And Florentina is undergoing neuroblastoma cancer treatments at Great Ormond Street Hospital in London. So we have another word that we were able to pull off. And as you can see, we have 4 or 5 more words to find out what is underneath. And we'll have to check that out on Tuesday. So today, our splash paint art that we are going to unveil together, we only have probably 3 or 4 more splash paints to go. And then our entire collection will be unveiled. Look at this one here, you guys. Do you see all the colors? We have pink and orange and white and yellow and green and blue, purple and pink. And look at all that. That's all the colors. It does look like a rainbow. Do you see a little bit of our word below? Let's see if we can we'll remove our banner. There we go. And we can see what is underneath. Let's check this out. Okay. We have an S, and right below that, in between our rainbows, we have an H, ooh, these ones are good. I always love it when they get they're stronger than my fingers. Ooh, we have a little bit of an I. Let's see if we can get the top of our eye off. And this is reminding us. What do you think it's reminding us to do? What can this word mean in our day? S-H-I-N. Okay, we got one more. We have an E. So our word of the day is shine. How to shine bright. And we've done kindness and our words of love. And on Tuesday, we uncovered a peace, joy, and love. Look at this one. How beautiful and sparkly. It teaches us how to shine bright. Thank you for joining us for our story time and our splash paint art. All of the splash paint art will be auctioned off for Florentina's footsteps. So keep watching this space as we create our art gallery for Florentina, and you'll be able to see all of the paintings being showcased for Florentina. So a few things that we have going on for Florentina's footsteps in the month of March. I want to tell you about a couple of them. On March 20th, Nina Cranton and Unorthodox Boxing is putting on a Marching to Battle, which is a fight night for Florentina's footsteps. And we have 21 fighters that are and warriors that are joining our fight for Florentina. And that night is going to be jam-packed with boxing and entertainment. We also have Hercules is going to be singing as an entertainer. Tamer Hassan is a celebrity and anthropologist in London, and he has stepped up in so many different ways to support Florentina's footsteps on their journey to America. And we are excited for what the March 20th Marching to Battle is going to bring to Florentina. And so if you're looking for a fun night out that is going to bring ton of joy and love to your life, and you get to support Florentina's footsteps along the way. So check out our Instagram accounts and Florentina's Footsteps and Unorthodox Boxing for all the details. I know that our VIP tickets for this event have already sold out. So if you're looking for general admission tickets to get involved in this fight, in this amazing cause, and the entire night is going for knife and I want to say, I will find out all the details on that for this event. So it's going to be raising funds for the youth in that area, and also for Florentina's Footsteps. And we have a birthday party that we are planning for Florentina. Our little warrior turns 5 in May. So we are planning a birthday party, and it is a frozen birthday party. And we are looking for hearts and companies for prizes and for gifts for that day, and to help us with entertainment, cakes, flower and balloon walls. So if you are in the entertainment industry and you would like to help us put on this event for Florentina, we have a list of all the things that we are in need of, and we are looking for that star prize. And this will be a give that will go into a raffle. So there will be raffles for this main prize for Florentina, for anyone who supports her on that day. And let's see what else we have going on. And then our give, we have reached 180,000 British pounds towards Florentina's 250,000 that we are raising for her. So with your help, we have achieved 72% to that goal. The month of March has been a little bit slow on gives for our fund. So we are encouraging everyone in Florentina's fight to raise their hands and flow some love to Florentina. We are looking to increase her give and raise the additional 70,000 pounds that we have left to get Florentina on the trial list for her flight to New York to receive the bivalent vaccine. Thank you for joining us on SpeakUp events. We are here every Tuesday and Thursday night live right here reading bedtime stories to Florentina herself. And if you would like to catch more of our story times, you can find us live on Clubhouse, which is an audio-only app, and we read stories from a little spot of emotions, how to color your emotions, color pain, and to talk about all of the different emotions that we have bubbling up inside us. So join us with your kiddos on Clubhouse, and you can get an interactive story time pretty much every day of the week if you're following our SpeakUp events. Thank you, everyone. And as we close out our story time today, we would like to have you join us in sending love and light to our gold families and the hearts in Ukraine. So many amazing men and women have stepped up and put down their normal careers to pick up and fight for their country. And we are supporting you and all of the gold families that are fighting this war, as they're also fighting to save the life of their child who is battling neuroblastoma cancer. We see you, and we are here to support you. So I'd love for you to join me in a 60-second hug, sending as much love as our fingers can send to our friends in Ukraine. Sending love and light, love and light. Thank you for joining us for that special hug as we send our love across the world to our friends and families in Ukraine. We are sending all of you love and light as you begin your day or end your day, depending upon where you are joining us in the world. Thank you so much for being a part of SpeakUp events as we create a platform for Florentina to speak up during her neuroblastoma journey. Have a wonderful day, everyone.